I'm Stace Beaulieu, and I'm a senior research specialist at Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution. And I do a lot of different things in my work. One part of me does research in deep sea biology. Another part of me does data management, and in particular, I work with the Ocean Observatories Initiative. And the reason why I'm here at ESIP, actually, at this meeting, is because I serve as coordinator for the Ocean Informatics Working Group at my institution. And so I come to this meeting to learn about what's the latest and greatest in research data in the earth sciences. In terms of what is my day today as an oceanographer and a data manager and a facilitator and educator at Woods Hole Oceanographic, I mean, quite literally, I probably work on 4 different projects a day. In the morning, I might be literally working on a spreadsheet with data where I'm validating something or I'm checking something. In the midday, I might be helping a student, for example, doing a coding project where we're making sure the workflow is running smoothly. And in the afternoon, if I'm lucky, I might be sitting at a microscope looking at samples and, looking for, in my case, looking for specimens from samples from the ocean. See, I've been involved with ESIP for about 10 years, a little bit more than 10 years. And basically what happened is when I started coordinating the Ocean Informatics Working Group at my institution, we wanted to be represented here at the ESIP meeting, and so I got to come in person the first time about 12 years ago. And I really learned that this is the meeting to go to be able to talk to other professionals who are developing the data systems for earth science data and working with the data from these systems. And so as a researcher, it's incredible to be involved in ESIP because you get to see the full end-to-end process from collection of data to how it ultimately gets published out and then reused by different communities. ESIP helps connect between the science world and the information technology world. So ESIP is in the middle, kind of. I consider it the bridge between the data systems that are just moving bytes, literally, and the science. Right, so ESIP, the people in the middle, like I'm definitely a person in the middle of these two worlds, and we help provide meaning to the data, and we help provide the provenance or the history of how those data came to be, and then we help people to be able to use those data in appropriate ways to make, products for decisions. Personally, I consider the ESIP meeting my favorite meeting of the year. And I feel a little guilty because I am, at heart, I'm a deep sea biologist. So theoretically, I should be saying a deep sea biology meeting, right? But I guess because ESIP has such an impact on my day-to-day work life, working with data on my computer, I feel like it's my favorite meeting. It's not just because I can go to a session and learn, but you get to really talk with people about practical aspects that help you work with data. And I try to bring that back to my institution and try to help bring what I learn as a new advance to help others, to get them to adopt the new technologies as well. It's not a scientific conference, and it's also not a conference where you're just learning a tutorial. Right? I mean, it's so different because people are really talking about how they are using these tools and what the tools are solving and what the challenges are in using them. And so what it becomes is it's an environment in which you can very thoughtfully consider how to use these new tools with data. And I have not experienced that in any other conference, meeting, not even in a workshop. I think a workshop gets close, but ESIP is so big, like in terms of the types of concepts and topics included. I went to a session today for data integration, and it was I could do oceanographic data as my example, and I'm going to go to a session later today, and it's about just the FAIR data in general. So I can be broadly thinking, I can be narrowly thinking, I can talk with others either broadly or narrowly. It's just an amazing community and a very welcoming environment where people just want to talk about the challenges and solutions. ESIP is a very welcoming environment as your first meeting. If you're going to go to a meeting where you're going to be surrounded by people that work with data, and often people that are sitting in front of a computer, all day, it's a warm, welcoming environment where you can explore challenges with others that you're facing with the data that you're working with, and then you see how people are solving issues with, sometimes it's other types of data, and then you can bring it into your own experience. And so I recommend this meeting. In fact, I always try to bring new people to this meeting because I feel that it's a rewarding experience.